Hello and welcome to FILMFEST München 2021. I am Julia Weigl, a programmer with the festival, and today I will be talking to Zaida Bergroth, the director of Tove, a film from Finland. Hi Zaida, it's so great to have you here digitally, and I can see your poster in the background. How are you doing today?
Thank you, I'm doing great. Yes, I'm in Helsinki at my little office. Yeah, and Tove is accompanying me.
I have one question first. It's like, when you think about it, what's your personal connection with Moomins?
Well, actually, actress Alma Pöysti has a nice way of putting it. She says that we are Moomin-marinated children. And we really are, because Moomins have always existed in my life from the very early childhood. Tove Jansson has, in a way, been always present in my life.
She's obviously the inventor of the Moomins. And at first, because you came on board on the production a little later on, because the producer actually came to you and offered you the script. And then I read somewhere that you were a bit scared of taking on the script, because of course she's a big icon in Finland. So maybe you can tell us a little bit what scared you and how did you sort of like overcome your fear to actually take on the script and make that movie?
The thing is that I always feel that I need a very strong personal connection to the films that I'm making. You know, it's not an easy job to make a film. It takes so many years of your life, and you know, you need to be able to convince yourself that you're the right director for the job and that there really is something that you have a need to tell. But it was really lovely to dive into Tove Jansson's world and really, you know, do a massive research and read a lot of books. And there is so much material of her life. And I started to have connections to the themes that she was dealing with. And I started to relate to certain life experiences and what she went through. So yeah, finally I felt like, okay, now I think I can do it. And I started to feel really strongly about her.
One of the themes obviously is identity and like how fluid her personality and her identity is. And you don't really see those female main characters very often portrayed in a movie, and I thought you did just such a beautiful job in showing how like she doesn't really have any limits. So maybe you can tell us a little more about the fluid identity that sort of like Tove has and that you wanted to portray in the film.
She seemed to be so free in such a special way that wasn't conventional in any way. For example, when she fell in love with a woman for the first time, she saw that as a very, you know, wonderful event. She thought that, okay, now something totally new started and she understands herself again a bit better. And she was always so ready to embrace the fact that you are changing throughout your life. We wanted to focus on this era in her life when she was searching for herself, both as an artist and as a human being.
And then another theme, and maybe also like sort of like a visual motive, is for me movement and dance, because that's also the flow and the flux in identity for me a little bit, and that search.
We tried out some scenes when I just played some music I knew Tove Jansson used to listen to. And then Alma improvised, and we did these beautiful dance scenes. And I thought they were so interesting and revealed so much, or they could reveal so much of one's character, that we decided to use those scenes throughout the film, actually. And yeah, it's interesting to try to show what's in between the lines without using any words or dialogue or explaining it too much. And I thought it was a very intimate and nice way to get close to Tove's character.
When we talk about like visual elements, just a little tiny bit, you shot on film, right? And you shot on 16 millimeters.
Yes.
Why did you choose that?
I love that. I'm so happy that we were able to pull that off, because it is a bit of a hassle nowadays with the laboratories and all those things. But I am so glad we did that, because it brought that certain kind of poetry to the whole thing, and at the same time rawness that I was really looking for. And the film allowed us to, you know, get very close to the characters, and still it had that nice fairy tale-ish texture to it. And I love the fact that you can't really control the film the way you can control digital material. And it somehow, fit the whole project and Tove Jansson's character. It's lovely to work with real film.